call her and say, I need the full amount of this repaid by this date, or what?
And, well, two problems with that, John. One is, if there's an or, you better have an or behind it that you can enforce. Because to say, well, I need to have you pay it by Saturday. Oh, yeah? Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to write you another letter and say, I need to have this paid by next Saturday.
About 2 years ago, I actually gave my brother and his girlfriend about a $25,000 loan to help them buy a house.
Ooh.
And
He said his brother and his girlfriend, not the brother's wife. To the brother and the girlfriend, you gave 25 grand to buy a house. And the gal isn't even married to the brother.
in the time since that, he's actually paid me back his half, but she's only paid me back like 2,000 of it.
Oh.
And you're surprised? You're surprised? She's just the girlfriend. She's got no ties to the family, legally or otherwise, unless this was all written out in a contract. And chances are it wasn't. After all, we are family. We are pretending to be family. I mean, is he really surprised? I give my brother's girlfriend some money and the girlfriend doesn't pay me back. Well, imagine the shock of that.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm kind of wondering, how can I bring this up without it being like a huge family fight?
You don't. You accept the loss. It is what. That's not even your sister-in-law. Not even your sister. They got you good. They got you good. Maybe you can get them to reserve you a guest room during the holidays. You get priority, right?
You cannot. I was
Yeah.
going to say, what's it been like? Tell John, what's it been like so far? Because if your brother's paid his share, but she hasn't, there's got to be some conversations. What do we know? Tell us what.
What conversations are there going to be? She's the girlfriend. She don't care. They wanted the house. What you need to do is get your brother to pay it. That's what you do. You get your brother to pay it. Then he can go chase the girlfriend down. Oh, the lessons we learn when we don't understand how to use our money. My lessons too.
What we don't know.
So I've talked to him about it, and basically what he told me is she has the money. She's capable of paying it back, but she's just choosing not to. And he
And what are you going to do about it? Zip.
can't explain to me why. And so I'm wondering, should I just call
Yes,
her
he
directly?
can. It's his wife. He doesn't want to talk trash about your.
He didn't say wife, John. He said girlfriend. Girlfriend. People usually don't refer to the wife as the girlfriend.
sister. He
I
knows.
guess, but how? Yeah, I don't know how to bring it up.
You don't. You don't. You take this as a life lesson. Have a cup of tea on me. Have a cup of tea.
You cannot bring it up without it becoming a thing.
I do believe I get some snaps even at 10 p.m. Yay me. Yay me. You don't bring it up. What's this guy's name? I don't remember. This is 7 months ago. I remember his name. I tell you right now, he still don't have the 25K. You don't bring it up. This comes down as one of life's hard lessons. Hey, if I remember we did a video just a few days ago on the sister who lent the brother $20,000 to buy some property in Peru, and lo and behold, it was a scam. I will link that at the end. Property in Peru, lo and behold, it was a scam. Link at the end. Note to thyself.
You gotta put that aside. You can do one of two things. You can say, congratulations, sister. I just gave you $12,000 to buy a house and I'm moving on with my life. And you can internally know, I'll never give you money ever again till the end of time.
Or a free turkey at Thanksgiving.
Or you can sit down and say, it's been this long and we need to lay out a payment plan and put it in writing when I need this money back.
Is she going to look at you and say, sue me?
And she can lose her mind and get mad and all that, and such it is.
No. This type of person ain't going to get mad. She doesn't care. If this is the wife, and he referred to her as the girlfriend, if this is the wife, she don't care.
Your two choices, man.
Yeah, the thing is, she has the money.
They almost always have the money to pay you back. They just don't want to pay you back. Just like that ding-dong, that donut couple we talked about yesterday. Was it that donut couple we talked about yesterday or the night before? I think it was yesterday, okay, has a $37,000 bill outstanding on a truck, sells a house that they basically, had to, go short of foreclosing on. They didn't foreclose on it, but they made a little profit off of it, okay? Gets a check, and what does he do? Instead of paying off the $37,000 truck, he goes and he buys his wife a vehicle.
It doesn't matter. She's not paying you. You know why? Because she doesn't have to.
She doesn't have to, because she don't want to. Yeah, I'd be laughing over it too. See, little brother here, you got conned. You got suckered, you got scammed. I'd say you got catfish, but I don't think that's quite right here.
You just got to make a decision. Am I going to do this one or am I going to do this one?
Well, I want to ask a question, Calvin. John just laid out two really awesome, clear options, and your response was, but she has the money. What does that have to do with what he said?
It doesn't matter if she has the money.
There's something you're still tripping up on. What do you mean by that? Why is that your response to him?
When I gave him the loan, I didn't realize I was giving half of it to her. I thought it was just a loan between me and my brother. And I wouldn't personally have given her the money. But now that then he told me after that they're going to pay it back half and half. So.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't even matter who you gave the money to, family, friends, whatever. It doesn't matter. I have a basic belief that once you've given the money over, it doesn't matter where the money goes. We want to morally say, man, well, I gave it to you, so you should pay me back. But in the end, it really doesn't matter. If I tell you I need $5 and you give me $5 and then I turn around and I hand it to somebody else, you've still lost the $5. Where that $5 went, maybe on a moral sense, hey, you said you need $5 for your prescription. Instead, you gave it to somebody else. I'll just never lend you $5 again. But once the money is gone, it's gone. It makes no difference. Your naivety in this case is showing. You went in with a good heart, a good intentions, but you got conned and suckered by people who are smarter at money than you are. Right? Happens every day at car dealerships, happens every day in the realtor's office. You got to be smarter than the people there. I'm fortunate. I really like my realtor, and she and I did exactly what we set out to do. So my realtor doesn't count.
So I just feel like I got a little bit duped.
No, buddy. You got $25K duped. Welcome to family. Well, your type of family. Basic rule. Don't give the money out. Don't buy someone's lunch okay. Fork in the road. You ever gone? This is something that I avoid like the plague. You go to lunch with a bunch of people. This used to happen when we'd go to the insurance office. I never fell for it because my ass is too cheap. Okay. I'll go to lunch and somebody says, hey, why don't you stick it on your card? Right? We'll just all pitch into the table and throw in the amount we owe. Oh, don't ever fall for that crap. Because somebody's going to get shafted. Because everybody conveniently forgets the glass of wine they had. They conveniently forget that they ordered 2 plates of a side dessert. And before you know it, you're standing there going, I'm $100 short. Oh, no, we'll pay you back later. Nah, you don't fall for that sort of stuff. This was 7 months ago. I bet he does not make this mistake again. I'm just sorry he made it with such a large amount. It really doesn't matter what your brother did with the money, or it just doesn't. Unless there's some legal contract out there that says, hey, brother, you are legally responsible for paying back this money, and I have, the authority to take you to court because we had signed and notarized, then your brother holds the money. He would hold the responsibility. But without some sort of legal agreement, and most family members don't do that to each other, okay? Without some sort of legal agreement, I would have had one for that amount of money, but back to my point, without some sort of legal agreement, you gave your brother $25K. What he chose to do with it, he could have gotten a luxury back scratcher for all you know. You still gave up the $25K.
The other side of this is, so I misunderstood. I was thinking this was your sister and your brother-in-law paid. This is your brother and his wife?
Yeah, his girlfriend.
I was right. Oh, I was right. I said people don't confuse. Usually you don't call the wife the girlfriend. Wow. Young, what it is to be young. What it is to be young and innocent into the world until, all this happens. Right.
Girlfriend.
Which makes it even weirder.
No. It's not weirder. It just makes it worse. It's all weird. It just makes it worse. You're really not going to get it back. He was really, really naive in this. But hell, haven't we all been there? And so we just find our naivety in different areas of life, right?
Let me tell you this. If some weird twist of fate, I had borrowed money from my brother with my girlfriend to buy a house, I would feel some sort of obligation for the other half, especially if I'm still living in this house.
If you have a conscience. A lot of people don't have a conscience. A lot of people, money is just about what they can get, period. It is what they can get.
I think he does, and he's brought up that he wants to pay it back, but she won't let him because she doesn't want to owe him. I'd rather owe me. But now it's just becoming this twisted, circle.
I do
So,
think
yeah,
your brother's playing you. That's what you feel, and I'm starting to lean that way, John. Am I?
I was leaning that way the minute I heard I loaned my brother and his girlfriend $25K, Ken.
Wrong.
I would get so far away from them, dude. Your brother's not treating you with integrity. Their relationship is weird. I don't want to owe the guy that I'm creating a life with and sharing a house. Then they've got deeper issues than this. Dude, Thanksgiving's not worth this. How?
If Calvin really wants to get depressed, basically he just bought them a car. A nice used car. He bought them a nice used car. That's what he did. Really, $25K will get you a very decent used car. More than. That's what he did. He said, here, have a vehicle on me. 7 months later, and I bet Calvin's still getting over this. I would be.
How close are you two?
John, you can't tell by the interaction.
We're extremely close. He's like my best friend.
Does that?
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Do you see? See, what happens is when someone screws us over like that, okay, and we really don't want to hate them, we try to convince ourselves to ease the pain that, but this is really a good friend of mine. No, he's not a good friend of yours. He may be family, but if he's not going to take responsibility for paying you back in full, no, he's not your best, closest friend. What's that song, Barbara Streisand? Memories of the way we were. Look, I did not claim to be Beyonce, okay?
Change it, John.
He's your best friend, except that he doesn't tell you the truth, and he isn't like a person of character when it comes to borrowing money.
Scattered pictures of the smiles we left before we lent each other money.
He is.
But
I
except
think
that he's
just,
not.
I don't know if he's scared to have the conversation with her or what.
No. Here's it.
She don't need to talk to you. She don't need to do that. What's she gonna have a conversation with you about? The only person he needs to talk, only person Calvin needs to talk to is his brother. That's it. He has no connection to the girlfriend. And even if they get married, he still, okay? He has no connection to the girlfriend. Well, if they get married, that becomes the sister-in-law. Then definitely, hey, look at it like this. If they get married, Calvin, you bought them the nicest wedding present of anybody in that audience.
Calvin, I'm asking John a question on your behalf. All right,
Okay, go
John,
for it.
I do believe that in Calvin's mind, his brother is his best friend. I hear what you're saying. I don't think the brother's acting like a true best friend. Agreed. However, I'm asking this from a completely just common sense. If this were my brother, and I have a brother, and we were close, it would be on like Donkey Kong. Dude, you figured out with the girlfriend, you duped me, you this. This ain't right.
Or
I
I'm going to
wouldn't do
sue
this to
your.
Preach, Ken, preach. Exactly. The issue is with the brother, not the girlfriend.
girlfriend, right?
Why would just call the brother card? I feel like this is a man-to-man. I didn't say ugly or nasty or physical, but I think
direct.
it's a...
No, you 25K. There might be some swings there. But I can't do that. I might break a nail.
Am I wrong that this
100%.
changes the equation?
No.
I think you got to call the brother card out and go, brothers don't do this to each other, dude. You got to solve this.
Brothers got a hug, man.
Yeah, you owe me the money, and you figure it out with girlfriend. But him choosing girlfriend over you, I think it's a cop-out.
The girlfriend is what the brother is using for his excuse of not paying him back. This is why I say, people, I tell you, okay, we can all find an excuse not to pay the debts we owe. We can all find them. Excuses. And I think they said it earlier. Oh, but my girlfriend won't let me. Oh, hell. No, they don't want to pay Calvin back. Calvin's the caller. They don't want to pay him back.
And I'd call the brother card. That would be me. And then do what John said.
But at the end of the day,
away.
you got to choose. Am I just going to wash my hands of this stuff and move on with my life?
Oh, that's
or
true.
am I going to cause a scene? There's no right.
Cause the scene. This is 25 grand here. We're talking, this is enough money that this is the amount that some people take home in a year after taxes. All right? This is a whole lot of money. I don't literally mean cause a scene, but if somebody did, it wouldn't surprise me.
Right or wrong answer there. But listen, keep this sentence in your mind for the rest of your life. Behavior is a language. And what your brother is telling
Let's all say it together. Behavior is a language.
you is that he thinks he's above you. And he doesn't really care that you bailed him and his girlfriend out to buy a house. And your brother's girlfriend is telling you, I couldn't care the last second about you.
So true.
I don't like you. I don't care about you. I took your money and ha, 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 ninny, boo, boo. That's what their behavior is telling you. And and listen to me carefully. That hurts, man. Beneath me and Ken, beneath me joking and being that hurts.
I would give them the worst seat at the family dinner table. The absolute worst seat. The one in the corner by the draft. That's the seat that I would give them.
Because brothers are not supposed to treat each other that way. People that you loan money to help out are supposed to be people of integrity and pay their money back. And that just hurts.
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
Have you called him out at all? I mean, real? Have you had?
I've talked to him, but every time we talk, it just turns into, I don't know, she just doesn't want to.
Exactly. But what she's really saying is not that she doesn't want to pay him back. What she's really saying is he doesn't want to pay you back. That's the type of brother you have. He doesn't want to pay you back. Because a brother with integrity would make sure you got paid back. And an even smarter brother would dump the girlfriend for not following through if she told him he was going to pay her back. She was going to pay him back. In other words, this is all a chain of integrity. And where that chain breaks, that's your weakest link.
And
Right.
I can't get any farther than that. That's why I'm getting to the point. Do I just call her and talk to her?
No. There is no reason to call her. She has no relationship to you. None. Zilch. Without legal documentation that holds her accountable, she could easily just turn around and say, your brother's the one that got the money. What are you going to argue with her about? You're going to pay me back. No, I'm not. You're going to pay me back. Well, ask your brother. You're going to pay me back. What are you going to argue about?
Don't call her and be like, hey, when are you, call her and say, I need the full amount of this repaid by this date or what?
And, well, two problems with that, John. One is if there's an or, you better have an or behind it that you can enforce. Because to say, well, I need to have you pay it by Saturday. Oh, yeah? Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to write you another letter and say, I need to have this paid by next Saturday.
I'm going to call a small claims court. I'm going to fill in the blank.
Oh, that's good. I want to be at that family dinner table. The one, okay, let's see. We got the brother, the girlfriend, the $25,000. Then we got family court into this. Oh, please put me as a fly on the wall.
And are you ready to walk, or are you ready to fight for this?
No, I don't really need the money. It's more just like the disrespect, I guess. Of her.
You're talking about people who don't give a rip, Calvin. See, disrespect is only significant if the person that's so-called disrespecting you cares about it. If the person that you perceive as disrespecting you, and in this case it's clear that somebody is, okay, they don't see it that way. But don't make a threat that you can't enforce, because that weakens your position even more. I mean, your position's already weak to basically non-existent, but don't make a threat that you can't enforce.
For not caring about it.
And him not caring. You keep letting him off the hook, man.
Yeah.
He's a part of this.
I think he's the culprit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Thank you, Ken. I agree. The brother is the one that's responsible. It's really not the girlfriend.
I might just forget about it.
Yes. You bought them a car. They are driving off, and they're leaving you holding the speeding ticket.
Well, I didn't say you had to do that. I was just curious where your spirit was on this, because John's giving you great advice here. You know, walk away or give it one last shot, but you got to decide. It's got to be one or the other. You need closure. Yes.
Yeah, they keep bringing up like they're going to remodel their house. They're trying to buy
Yeah.
a second house, and it's just getting to the point where I'm like,
That's
Yeah, and it hurts. It sucks because you're looking at them going, "What the hell?" 25. That new tile you just put in, I paid for that. That new ceiling you just put in, I paid for that too, and I paid for your washer dryer. It hurts. This is why when we lend people money, we have to be very careful. The very, very few times, and I mean very few times, I've ever lent my siblings money, and they've lent me money too. Okay, I mean, we're talking, I could count on one hand in my lifetime, okay? Maybe even a few fingers. That's how rarely we've lent money to each other. But there have been a couple of instances, okay? And I know with one of my sisters, I think it was like $1,000. This was several years back. She asked for, and here's my rule. If I can't afford to just walk away from the money, I will not lend it to you. If I lend it to you, I'm going to ask you what you want it for. But in my heart of hearts, I know it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I lend it to you and you change your mind and you give it, whatever it is you choose to do with it. It just doesn't matter because I've already given up the $1,000. So in my head, I've already accepted that part of what I'm doing in giving up the $1,000, I'm giving up control of where it's going to go, who it's going to go to. I've given that up. He doesn't have the understanding that when he gave away the $25,000, how they chose to spend it, it's out of his control. And yeah, I'd be mad as heck. You took $25,000 from me, and now you're looking at buying a second house. Technically, you have $25,000 of interest in the first house that they built.
I do care more about that stuff than paying me back.
Dude, they're just spitting on you, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I gotta know why are you letting your brother off the hook here?
Because I love the guy. Like, I want him to be happy,
Okay. This is where we have to take responsibility in the decisions we make. Then don't complain that what he's doing to you is wrong. You say, well, I just want my brother to be happy, so I'll let him screw me over with the money. You can't play both sides. This is just my opinion. I can't sit. It's like the first call. The woman has a laundry list of things that she claims she doesn't like about this guy because he makes $40,000 to her $200, but yet she claims she loves him. Same thing. Oh, but I claim I love my brother. Yeah, I know he's not treating me real well, but I love him. When it comes to our money, all right, we can't play both sides of victimhood. This is just my opinion. We can't play both sides. We take it and we own it. Play one side, own it. Because trying to sit on the fence, in my opinion, shows that you yourself don't even understand how to handle money. He, Calvin here, still does not get it. He doesn't understand it. I get it pretty darn well. I lent someone, I'm taking his situation, okay? I lent someone $25,000. It was someone that I trusted. It was someone that I thought was, going to be honorable and pay me back. This person never paid me back. Therefore, I do not lend $25,000 to this person again. Has it hurt my image of you? Yes. It's hurt my image of you. Will I hate you for forever? No. But I'm not going to sit and ever say what a great guy you are. I can't. Because of what you did. $25,000 you took from me.